Yep, Josh and Justin and the duo so clean. Mike in their hands, ruling in the scene. Call play sharper than the Tiger's claw. Still be proud they the hometown law. Studio lights brighter than Friday nights. Breaking it down like a ref calls fights. Rolling on the field, that's the deal. Still be Tigers on the steal. From the booth to the turf, they reveal. Every play, every call, what's real? Rolling on the field, that's the deal. Still be Tigers on the steal.
Like it's got to be like a good breakfast burrito. Like you can't just like I don't want to go to Walmart and buy a pack of like El Monterey breakfast burritos and heat them up in the microwave.
No, and it's hard to get a good breakfast burrito. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I like it. You know, like when you buy one, like you know when you go to Sonic, they're pretty good, but they're like the tortilla is not crispy. I want a crispy tortilla on my breakfast burrito. I don't know if that's just me or I figured since we were talking about, it's breakfast with the boys today, I thought we'd talk about breakfast.
Sure, yeah, we'll talk about breakfast.
We don't have any. Yeah. We don't have any breakfast guys.
It's okay.
It's okay. Is it though? I was told there would be waffles.
What is a waffle?
What kind of side dishes will we be eating with our frozen waffles?
Are you going to introduce the show?
Yeah, I'm going to introduce the show. Sorry. Hey, guys out there watching, good morning. You're watching a special edition, Breakfast with the Boys, ruling on the field. We are the best sports show in the history of local Silsbee, Texas sports shows. I'm your host, Mr. Justin Marvel. Sitting to my left, your right, the immaculate Mr. Joshua.
Okay.
And back there behind the real-ass glass is not Jacoby this morning. He has a real A job that he has to go to. It's Head.
Hi.
And he is back. Morning. We're just talking about you, Jacoby. Yeah, Jacob has a real-ass job he has to go to, so we can't.
We all have that.
We all have that. I mean, Josh doesn't really work, but.
I worked yesterday. I guarantee you that.
He worked yesterday. He had to go outside, and he was like, hey, what's this green stuff? I was like, what? He's like, you walk on it. Grass? When's the last time you've been outside, man?
I went out and touched grass yesterday.
Yeah, it's important. It's important. Hey, well.
As the kids say, touch grass.
Yeah, you got to touch grass. You got to be grounded. Be grounded with the earth. That's what my wife says.
I'm sure she does.
We're hippie farmers, so,
yeah.
So I mean, Called Josh the other night. I called it. We were talking. I was like, guess what we had for dinner? So we had split pea. What's that stuff called? You
soup?
get? No, it's not split pea soup. It's you get it from Chaba.
What is Chaba?
We're so deep in the hippie stuff. We don't even know what you're talking about. You're speaking a different language. We don't get it.
You don't eat Thai food?
No.
You don't go to Chaba and eat Thai food?
No, bro.
Never even heard of that.
Oh, my gosh. What is wrong with you uncultured swine? What is wrong with you people? Thai food is legit.
IBS, that's what's wrong.
That's what.
But listen, let me tell you something. Thai food hot is not the same.
Yeah.
Okay? Because the first time I ever had it, I was working, and one of my board operators, named Mike Booker, he said, hey, man, we're gonna order in from Chaba. Their company's paying for it. What do you want? And I told him I found this noodle dish that looked good on there. I was like, hey, just give me that. Oh, Popo got him one. And I said, hey, just give me that. And he was like, okay, what hot do you want? And it's got levels, like 1 through 10. I was like, oh, okay, give me a 5. You can't handle a 5. Okay? A 5 is like, a 5 is I can't even describe how much pain I was in at a 5. That's like halfway. And there's dudes, there were contracts they're ordering like 7s and 8s, and I was like, y'all are gonna die. Like you're how can you do that? Anyway, hey guys, if you've never watched the show, if you didn't, there's another one. If you've never watched the show, if you've never seen the show, we do have some rules.
We do. If you jump in the chat, call in. We do not talk negatively about amateur athletes or local coaching. You can talk negatively about Jose Espada.
You can talk about him because
we have got something going on in town, guys.
Let me check on my wife. She was just down there.
Anyway, we don't talk negatively about. No, if it's a professional athlete, feel free to bash them all you want. They make money doing what they do. if it's Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini, give us your opinion on that. We're about to talk about that.
We're going to talk about that.
But anyway, just keep the negative thoughts and opinions to yourself. We try to keep it positive, especially locally. So, jump in the chat with us. Talk to us about what we're talking about. We'll take a second to plug the Satsuma Valley Standard. This is the latest issue. There will be a new issue coming out on Monday. Y'all pick it up. It's still available, probably some places. It's dwindling.
Not a lot of places.
Not a lot of places. At this point, it's Friday, and it's
Friday.
And copies are dwindling down. But you can always reach out to John here at Satsuma Valley Studios, and he can get you a copy.
We can print you one. We do things. We do things here at Satsuma Valley Studios.
Anyway.
Yeah. Where was I? So
you were talking about breakfast.
I was talking about breakfast. I was talking about how I enjoy a good breakfast burrito. We were talking about egg bites first. And then we were talking about how good they are and how they're really good at Cat's Corner down the street there. But we also I can't stop.
I have to load this up.
Yeah.
I just seen this.
Anyway, so yeah, breakfast food. Our favorite. One of our local favorites is of course Cat's Corner breakfast pizza.
Yeah.
Love that. Hadn't had it in a while. Couldn't get it this morning. That's okay. We've got some other breakfast coming. We normally do have Cat's Corner pizza because that is the best.
It is.
Their egg bites. We were just talking about their egg bites. Their egg bites are really good. They're Justin says they're on par with Starbucks egg bites, which is.
Do you get coffee from Starbucks?
No, I do not. I only get. If I get anything from Starbucks, it's egg bites.
You know what I like from Starbucks?
What?
A lavender honey latte.
I bet you do that.
I keep coming up with this stuff. It makes Josh so uncomfortable talking about my hippie stuff.
They have a strawberry frappuccino.
It's not coffee.
But also I like a refresher. Like the refreshers are really good.
Yeah, it's nice to nice to stop and get you one before you go to Lollipop Club.
Yeah, I've never had I've never had a refresher, but yesterday morning, I didn't go to bed when I got off work. And so, because Bo had his appointment to get his cast off and x-rays and stuff. And I was like, I'm going to that. And I'd already had I was 3 monsters deep, dude. And I was like, I can't have any more caffeine. My heart's going to explode.
Yeah.
And so, but it was over 12 hours. Oh. You know? And so Adrian was like, get a refresher. And I did. And it was like water that they just put a bag of frozen berries in. It was good though. I mean, it wasn't bad.
Y'all didn't hear y'all missed my comment. Y'all missed my comment. And because, you were stepping on me, but I said you get those little drinks that y'all get and y'all go to Lollipop Club.
Lollipop Club. Yeah.
No, I heard it. We just ignored it.
We all heard it. We just ignored your.
You go there with Donnie from Wolf of Wall Street.
I do.
At the Lollipop Club.
The Lollipop Club. Yeah, I do. Yeah. No. I heard it. I 100% heard it. I just
ignored it.
I just ignored it.
My favorite. I love egg bites, but locally there's a Donut Palace on every corner.
Yeah.
In every town. If it's not Donut Palace, look. Here's the real deal and the real thing. There is a conglomerate of
Donut Palace
conglomerate and I'm just gonna say people from the East have picked up on this trend that Americans need some sausage wrapped in pastry in the morning, pastry, and they've really made a good living out of it. Now look up John Clay Wolf's his hierarchy of donut owners. Because you start with the lower level Lexus, you move into a Mercedes, and eventually you're in the Cadillac Escalade, something like that. If you own several donut palaces, you're in the Cadillac Escalade.
You talking about like Holy Moly Donut Shop off of Friday?
Yeah,
like that guy,
kind of like that. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
man.
But here's the thing. Donut Palace, they all got the same. Like Donut Palace, Southern Made in Lumberton. It doesn't matter what their name is. They've all got the same products.
Yeah.
And
Southern Maids are a little different though. Like their kolaches are different. They're not like
They are.
golden. They're like powdery, and they're good. Don't get me wrong. They're good. They're just cooked different.
well, and that could be a little difference in recipe or whatever, but from here to that. But they all you can get the same quality.
Yes.
Product any of these places. There's Donut Nation up north of town here, and it's
Donut Nation.
Donut Nation.
That's what I'm talking about. Speaking of breakfast,
Here comes breakfast.
it doesn't have hummus or anything in it, Josh. You can eat it. I promise.
I don't even know what that is, but I'm not going to ask. So while we're waiting on breakfast, we'll talk about right up front in our opening.
Can I just add something real quick?
Okay.
So I just pulled a picture because I just saw it, and when I saw it, I just want you to know, and I'm gonna show the picture. I can't tell you how much I trust this raccoon. Like, I want you to look at this raccoon and see how professional he is.
Yes.
Like,
He's actually the cousin of Rocket from
Rocket.
yeah, like,
Yeah, but he's well rounded.
Guardians. Now Rocket's a little out there, but he's more of a professional.
Oh, Donut Palace.
I feel like this. Speaking of breakfast, I feel like this raccoon is gonna go to the job site.
Oh my God.
And see that we don't have breakfast and go buy us kolaches.
Probably.
No. No, yeah. Bring food. We like food.
I don't want we don't need everything on the disc.
Well, no, I'm just seeing what she got. Oh, donuts. Well, here, take these. We'll eat them in a minute. Are you gonna have a kolache?
Yeah, here in just a second, but we're talking about something anyway. So you might have saw that the big story nationally of the week is Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini from the it's not WAPO, it's New York Times.
Mm-hmm.
WAPO canceled their sports department for good reason because it sucked.
Yeah, it was trash.
And
God, it was so
I'll
bad.
I'll tell you more about WAPO here in a second because there was a good time when WAPO was a decent sports column. They had some good columnists.
For
But,
those who don't understand what WAPO is, you're talking about the Washington Post.
yeah, Washington Post, who had one of our guys. One of our guys, we say our guys because he played football for LSU. John Ed Bradley.
Yep.
Was a columnist for WAPO for years, and he wrote a really good book, and y'all should look that out. It's called Never Rains in Tiger Stadium.
Yep.
It's a good read. He's a very interesting cat. He wrote for Washington Post when Mike Wilbon was there. I mean, back in the, Mike Wilbon famously of
Back in the heyday.
back in the famously of
God dang it.
what's the show with him and
Around the Horn.
no,
Not Around the Horn? He's on Around the Horn. I thought he was Around the Horn.
he is on Around the Horn, but this is
Hold on, I got you.
I'm looking it up.
Mike Wilbon and the other guy.
Pardon the interruption.
Pardon the interruption.
I used to love, that show there.
That went downhill pretty quick because their sports takes were all northeastern.
Yeah.
And when the SEC become prominent and when they didn't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
In fact, they kind of in the beginning stages of football gaining power in the South instead of the Big Ten region, they kind of hated it. And
Yeah,
you could
they
tell
didn't like it at all. And you could
didn't
tell
like-
they were
and you could tell
biased.
they were biased. They had that Northeast bias.
Yeah, I didn't.
And-
When that happened, it kind of. Now I liked watching their baseball tape because baseball's and not nothing.
It's
Baseball is a
Northeast.
Midwest, Northeastern, like upper United States sport, and coast.
But getting back around to the point of all this, Diana Rossini is a sports reporter for the New York Times.
Mm-hmm.
I think also still with maybe ESPN in certain roles.
She's a, what do you call it, analyst? Or
Analyst with ESPN.
Guest analyst, whatever you want to call it.
So she was recently spotted with Mike Vrabel at some kind of resort, and they were sharing a kind of a loving gaze. And I didn't get that picture for you, John, because it doesn't really matter, because it could have been taken out of context. I didn't want to put that out, but it certainly, if you've seen it, it looks like they're kind of in a relationship.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I immediately thought.
Yeah, and so here's the bad thing about this: they're both married, and so it's a bad look. It's a bad look, and then you start talking about stories and stuff from Diana Rossini, where she got close to people just to get access to stories that she was writing. And her and questions about her journalistic integrity. John, you probably know that word.
Yep.
Clever girl.
Very well.
Yeah, and so then you start thinking about this. You see these pictures or whatever, and it's a bad look for sure.
It is.
And they've got,
it's more of a bad look for Vrabel than her. I mean, she's and I didn't understand the context of it. I glanced at the picture, and then you see it when you're scrolling through, when you're doom scrolling at like 2 a.m. and you're like, oh yeah, okay. And then like 10, 15 seconds later, I was like, wait, I thought Mike Vrabel was married. That's not his wife. And I scroll back down and I start reading. And I'm like, oh, but she, like you said, and after you start going down that rabbit hole, you find out she's been known to get close to people like that.
Yes.
And I'm like, so it's kind of par for the course for her. But for him, being a coach, it's not a great look.
Well, and I want to come back to the journalistic integrity because I guess there's something that Josh has caught me on, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm not ready for that.
You're not ready for that?
No,
okay.
Because I wanted to mention that well, now I've lost my thought. Because you're rushing me. Just let it naturally progress, John. Let it naturally progress. But yeah, and them both being married, just like Desi said, you got some splaining to do.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't.
And look, this ain't the first time things like that happen.
No.
In our own little world, we caught, there, and it's, it's been out there, and you may not know it because, we kind of brushed it under the rug. But in recent years, our own John Marble has been romantically linked to someone, and they caught pictures of it. And it was quite the scandal. It was quite the big thing.
Yeah, and it was when you first see it, you're like, whoa.
John, you go ahead and show the picture because some people. So John was romantically linked to Hatchet Face from Crybaby.
Yeah, and they looked real happy. That's romantic gaze if I've ever seen one.
They caught a couple pictures of them. One by a pool.
There's one by a pool. That one right there. I mean, look at that. How is that not love?
That's a loving gaze if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's just not love. I don't know how you could say that. John, going to the next one, man. Look at the next one. It's even better. Yeah. It's just.
Look at this. Obviously,
look at that.
They're
infatuated.
They're infatuated.
It's like lumberjack. Yeah, look at that guy. They're just in love.
Maybe they moved on from it. Didn't hurt John's marriage, so it's all good.
It's all good. Yeah,
Maybe but it does make me question John's journalistic integrity. What were you? What kind of story were you trying to pull there?
Yeah, what
John?
was going on there?
What's going on?
I will say this. So, and this is the big thing about this. In 2026, with social media, everybody's watching. So if you're going to be dumb enough to do stuff like that, be smart enough not to get caught.
Yeah, but there's
Like,
no,
because
look,
you're not going to
it's
not get
but
called.
but it's not. Yeah, like you say, it's not
Like-
like it used to be where you could sneak away and do stuff. Everybody's got phones.
Yeah.
Everybody's got hookups. Everybody knows everybody.
Well, the worst part about it is I think the pictures came from someone who worked with
Right.
Rossini at the New York Times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they coming to get your job,
Yeah.
Diana.
It sounds like somebody inside knew what you were, the things you were trying to do, and wanted to put you on blast.
Yeah,
That's what it seems like.
and that's what it is. I mean, and you can't, especially like you said, especially now as everything gets out. Do you think that 30 years ago, and I'm just gonna 30 years ago, or let's say before Twitter or Facebook took off and everything, if Tiger Woods had flipped his SUV, do you think anybody would have really heard about it?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Prior to 2000, probably 2005, in this
Yeah.
world, you weren't immediately notified of people's
It's
Problems.
Yeah,
like you are now. There was post probably 20, 30 minutes after that happened to Tiger Woods the
yeah,
other day.
if not sooner.
If
As
not
soon
sooner.
as the cops rolled up, yeah, exactly. And there's you can't hide anything. So if you're going to, you better just stay locked in the room, bud.
Yeah. Hey, look, your ops, to talk like the children, your ops are always looking.
Yep,
They always looking.
I'm always looking.
The ops are out there. They're in full force.
That's right.
Speaking of that, I've been noticing in that past couple nights I've been out picking up and doing things, and I've been noticing the Silsby police force is getting some folks. out
Yeah, they
there.
are.
Yeah,
They
they've
are.
been running around. They've
Dude.
been working hard at night.
Yeah. They got to. I mean, we're Smoketown.
Smoketown, they got to get on this.
I think we're the only town around here that has a book,
We have
and we're in it.
we have the Smoketown directory, and
That's right.
if you look up BA Sports Show, we're right there.
We're the only one in town. We're the only game in town, and we like it that way.
We're the real one.
We're the real one. Yeah.
What do you make of it? This sign? I saw this sign, and I won't tell you where I saw it. But what do you make of this sign? Because somebody told me that this sign could work on two different.
Punctuation is so important. It's
Yeah.
the first thing that comes to mind.
So do you think this is certainly this is not a suggestion?
I mean, if my thing is punctuation, children. My fourth grade teacher would be so mad right now.
But it does say caution. So are you warning that there may be that in the trail actual hump, or are you warning that there may be something else going on up ahead in the trail? I don't.
No, or is it telling you caution? This is the area that you hump. Is that what it's saying? Like,
I don't know.
you can only hump in the trail ahead.
I'm not
There's
sure.
no punctuation on the sign, and it bothers me.
I'm not
It's
sure.
so weird.
Found a new job. I noticed John had mentioned in a post that he was switching jobs. This may be a option for John.
Yes.
If he hadn't found
Oh,
gainful,
jeez.
if you hadn't
I would take that job.
if you hadn't found gainful employment, there are actual chicken nugget scientists out
Yeah.
there, and that seemed like it might be a good job for you.
As long as I get to eat the chicken nuggets, I'm
I
game.
mean, they gotta have
Yeah.
research and development. So,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
You got to be able to taste.
Hey,
your product.
let me tell you something. I'm such a baby. You were talking about that hot Thai food earlier. I'm such a baby that spicy nuggets from Wendy's like really.
Whoa.
Those are
Spicy
hot, though.
nuggets from Wendy's are freaking hot,
They're
dude.
hot.
They're
Yeah.
so hot. Like we, Tucker and I stopped by. I had to take him to the doctor, and we were coming back, and he's like, I'm hungry. And we stopped by Wendy's, and we got the little meal. You get the burger and the fries and the nuggets and the drink.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm eating my burger, and I look over, and Tucker's like,
That's how I was.
I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, these are hot. I'm like, no, they're not. And I picked one out, and I was like, holy crap, dude, I'm sweating. Like it was intense. And
Got the
I
meat
just-
sweats.
Got the meat sweats. That's how I feel. You ever eat at one of them? What is it? Is it not Korean barbecue? It's like oh man,
Like a
the Brazilian
fogo de chao,
like
or-
Brazilian steakhouse. Yeah. And it's just meat. They just bring you skewers of meat.
Yes.
And after about 10, 15 minutes, you get the meat sweats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's that movie? It's like, you're like, watch out for the cold cuts just seeping.
They're like, look, for an entree, we had this meat, and for the side, here's some more meat.
What kind of meat will we be enjoying with our side dishes? Yeah, and it's good though. But they send you to this like salad bar, and they're like, "Oh, you get a salad," but then it's got like smoked salmon and veal and all kind of meat. So you got a salad and more meat at the salad bar.
Again, the business prowess of these people from the East coming to America. What do they like? They like breakfast food with sausage and puff pastry. Yes. And they also like meat. So let's do something that.
Let's do some. Why can't we have some meat? It's they know what they're doing.
Springtime, love is in the air.
Love is in the air.
I snapped this nature photo.
Oh yeah.
Of these
two lizards.
These two lizards, and they were just in a loving embrace.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Yeah, you're doing it. Oh,
they
are loving.
They're
when a man loves.
I mean, look at the gaze. That's almost like John and Hatchet face.
Yeah,
it's like
same skin and everything.
Yeah. It's like, hey baby, I love you.
Hey baby, I love you.
It's like lizard love, and they both got the same coloration of the wood because they changed colors.
Yeah,
I barely saw them, but I was like, what is it?
That's called cracking, huh?
That's what the kids call it.
Lizards are cracking.
They're cracking.
Oh man!
Or they're preparing to. I don't know.
I don't know when the cracking commences on lizards. I'm not going to pretend to be a lizard expert.
I don't know either. And this. Speaking of that, this might not be appropriate for children. This picture, I don't know. I don't know what is going on currently. It just looks like they're kind of hugged up. But
yeah, they're hugged up, all right.
They're hugged up, but anyway,
they are definitely hugged up. They're gonna make little lizard babies.
It's love's in the air. That's
how do you know? But that could be two guy lizards. I don't know.
It could be brokeback lizards.
Brokeback lizards. And that's why we get kicked off right there. Look. Anytime if you're watching our show, guys, we joke around, okay? Don't take anything we say too serious. But when you hear our producer go, you know it's bad. You know it's bad. So,
couple more items in the opening BS. I saw this meme and it got me to thinking. We all have air fryers now on our counters.
Yeah,
and
we've
accepted air fryers. Without knowing how air fries things, really. How does air fry things?
You know what? I've never thought about that.
It's
I'm sure it's some sort of convection thing.
It's a
convection oven.
It's like when microwaves come out. Don't put metal in the science.
Don't put metal in the. I say that all the time.
Yeah, don't put metal in the science oven.
And nobody look. There was one guy that worked with me named Dustin. Shout out Dustin. He knows who he is. He moved on to greener pastures, but he worked with me. And one time I came in there, and I had my plate, and I sit in there, and I said, "Oh!" And I pulled my fork off it. I almost put metal in the science of it. He just, without saying a word, didn't know, no break, just turned and said, "You can't put metal in the science of it." And he knew exactly what we were talking about, and I was like, "That's a great movie, by the way."
We have accepted it. Also, where does the poop go?
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 Yeah, have you ever seen what is that movie?
Greed. It's called Greed.
No, Envy.
Envy. That's what it is. It's one of them sins.
Jack Black and Ben Stiller. And Jack Black creates this spray that you spray on dog poop
and it disappears.
And it disappears. And then everybody buys it, and then they start having these demonstrations about, hey, but where does it go?
Where does it go? Yeah, they get mad about it. Yeah.
It's kind of, with technology, sometimes you ask questions and
can't put metal in the science of it.
And sometimes it's probably, you probably don't want the answers to it.
Yeah, you don't want to know. Just know it works.
Just know it works.
Yeah.
Just know when you put your dino nuggets in there, they come out.
You can't. Whoa! You got to be careful with dino nuggets. You get salmonella disease, salmonella or whatever. They had a recall on dino nuggets.
Man. Was it the Tyson brand or the?
Yeah.
Because they have.
I don't know. It might have been the Great Value ones.
They have a Great Value brand, and they're called. And then they have some fun nuggets, and then they have the actual dino.
Okay,
nuggets.
but look, Tyson dino nuggets are like Land Before Time. Great Value dino nuggets are like Dinosaur Train. Like
and then for a little while they had Jurassic Park branded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they were in a Jurassic Park bag.
Did it make them taste better?
No, they all taste the same, but they're good.
They're good.
Dino Nuggets they taste different than just regular nuggets. They just
I gotta ask. Sometimes when you're eating them when nobody's looking, do you make the dinosaur noise?
No.
I do all the time.
Yeah, I like Dino Nuggets too.
Dino
Nuggets are a good snack.
We have them for we'll have them for dinner sometimes, and Adrian will make potatoes with gravy and make it like a volcano and have the Dino Nuggets in the. Okay, never mind.
That's fun.
It is fun. I'm a child.
You can use little broccoli florets.
Yes,
for trees.
yes, that's what we do. And we I'm a child. Sorry, I'm a child.
That could we could, and I think maybe Dino Nuggets are so good because they have extremities. Somewhat,
yes,
and those extremities get really crispy because they're smaller portions of the nugget.
Yeah,
and so that crispiness in a nugget is really good. But
no, we don't call them chicken rings at my house. We call them chicken buttholes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what else on the chicken is shaped like that?
My sophomore year of high school, I pretty much lived on chicken rings
At the Chicken Shack.
At the Chicken Shack.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
what I eat every day.
Every now and then they had Crispitos, and I'd have chili cheese.
Do you remember that chick that killed that cat because it ate your chicken strip?
I don't know if that was a rumor.
No,
but
it wasn't a rumor.
She stabbed it with a spork.
She killed it with a spork.
Yeah.
She killed it, or she just stabbed it?
No, it died.
Oh,
no, it 100% died. It was like bloodbath, like Carrie. It was.
That's right there right there at the Chicken Shack.
Right there where Evie goes to school right now.
Speaking of food, as you may know, shrimps is bugs.
Shrimps is bugs.
Shrimps is bugs, and so is fairies. Y'all didn't know this. Fairies is bugs.
Fairies is bugs. Adrian's reading a book about fairies.
Fairies is bugs.
Fairies is bugs.
That's.
You ever seen that? You ever seen that commercial where it's like it's like a commercial or a meme, might have been on Facebook or something, and the woman's like cleaning the house and her husband walks in and her AirPods die and she's listening to one of them romance novels. That happened the other day with Adrian, and she played. I was like, and it was one of them books, and I was like, oh God. Anyway, just kidding, guys.
But for real, Fairies is bugs.
Fairies is bugs. You know what else I learned?
What?
You know the little roly-polies we used to dig up at Mama's house? They're basically ground like dry land crawfish.
Yeah, exactly.
They're crustaceans. You could boil them in crawfish
boil them
bowl,
up and just they'd be poppable.
Yeah, poppable like crickets and stuff. People eat crickets. You ever ate a cricket?
I've ate a chocolate covered cricket.
We got honey roasted crickets one time at the fair or something. They were gross.
Get you 15 pounds of roly polies.
Yeah, that's so many roly polies. You couldn't. John, can you? I need you to find me a picture of 15 pounds of roly polies.
Okay.
Or give me 5. Give me something.
You might have to chat GPT that one.
Give me a pound of roly polies. I want to know how big that's going to be. And they're not really called roly polies. I don't know what they're called, but they're not roly polies. But who cares? Would you? So let me ask you this: if it turns out that they're like nutritious and you could cook them, would you eat roly polies? They're like shrimp. Shrimps is bugs.
No,
not a bit. Okay, well, okay. I would eat them. I'm pretty sure we could make them into some kind of Thai pasta dish or something we could eat. No, okay. He's not biting today, guys. He's not bugs. They're not.
I'm looking.
Well, go ahead. We can move on.
Your request.
When you find it, we'll move on.
We can get into some local sports.
Yeah,
we got some local sports to talk about.
Boy, I have some local sports. What a week on the diamond, man. Golly, Bill. Silby softball. Up against LCM. Big district matchup Friday night. And it's ends up going to the 8th inning. LCM puts one across in the 8th inning, and 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. We get a runner on, we get another runner on, and we get a steal. We got runners on second, third, and we are sitting pretty. And here comes little old Shelby Crossing. When I say little old, I don't mean she's short in stature, and but man, is she powerful. She comes up, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And just straight Kobe Bryant's this ball. Ice water in her veins like Kobe, man, just crushes a 3-run walk-off home run. And I was watching on Game Changer, and I immediately my daughter and son were there, and I immediately messaged them, hey, somebody had to get video. And we posted that video, and then we posted one that her dad took on Facebook on our page. So if y'all want to see that walk-off home run, there might be some language on it, but, we don't care. Go watch it. It was a great video, great moment. And so that puts them in a 3-way tie. Silsbee, LCM, and Bridge City are all sitting at 8-2. Technically, Silsbee's in second place because of tiebreakers, I'm guessing. But they have this week they'll play at West Orange Stark this Friday night or Thursday night at 6:30. So y'all go check that out. If they win out, they've got a good shot because Bridge City and LCM still have to play. They've got a good shot at securing second place straight, outright. If somebody slips up, they could get first place. So, good job, girls. That was a great game. They should finish out and get. They should finish out with wins and roll right into the playoffs. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the team to watch in the playoffs. Silsbee baseball. They go to LCM, and Brendan Hughes had himself a game, leading the Tigers to a 7-3 victory.
I say as a Christian, it should be mandated to go to Israel before you get to heaven.
What in the
going
world
on,
is going
John?
on? What is that?
Sorry. I don't know. I'm trying to get this picture.
Anyway, we sorry about that, guys. So they beat Silsbee beat LCM at LCM 7-3. Brendan Hughes 3 for 3 with 2 ribs, and Jackson Purdue went 2 for 4. I like that. I like the way baseball does it. They do these home and home series. So we'll go like we went to LCM on Tuesday. Friday night LCM will come here. And then next week they'll play, like if they go to play Jasper, they'll go to Jasper, or they'll play Jasper here and then go to Jasper. It's a home and home series. I like that. I think it adds something to the game a little bit. I mean, I like it, but I like it, and then I don't like it, But I think I like it though. But it's good. They're going to be at home Friday night with LCM. They are currently tied for first place with Vider in their district. So lots of good things happen on the diamond in Silsbee.
There you go. That's a pound of roly-polies.
Those are different roly-polies.
They call them pill bugs up north.
Okay,
it's the same thing though.
What's the street value of that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, man, I don't know, but
People in Smoketown want to know.
we want to know. And can you get that in dimes? I need to know.
How you split that up?
Can I get a 20 sack of roly polies? That's what I want to know. Can I get that? Anyway, and one other local note. I know you've heard us talk about Miss Lauren Wise several times during the soccer season. Great soccer player, also an amazing tennis player. She is now the four-time singles district champion.
You only go to high school for 4 years.
Yeah, I don't know if you know that. So every year she was in high school, she was the best tennis player, and everybody else sucked.
In the district.
Yeah, everybody else in the district sucked. She's amazing. So congratulations. You can read about her in this next Satsuma Valley Standard. We'll have a write-up on that. Congratulations, young lady. Well deserved.
That softball stuff, man, was so exciting.
Dude, I was so amped up.
And all of it's exciting. Lauren Wise, district champ, that's exciting. Also very, very out there and present in soccer.
Yeah.
Our athletes of the week from the magazine from the past week, did you mention those?
I hadn't got there yet. I was fixing to go there.
Okay, all right. Well, let's mention. I'll go ahead and fold it out for you. The athletes of the week from the magazine this week. Matson Morris.
Yep.
Sports or football and baseball, class of 2026. That's this year. Cadence Daughtery, cross country track, softball, again, class of 2026. And we included a Tigerette,
We did.
which understand.
Understandable. Very understandable.
I need y'all to understand that these girls are athletes too, so are cheerleaders.
Yes.
So they are available for the Athlete of the Week prize.
That's right, 100%.
Every week, 100%. And we have this week in that place, we have Miss Grace Bonnet,
Absolutely.
who her sport is Tigerettes. She's class of 2028, and she is your new captain
That's right.
Yep.
of the Sylvia High School Tigerettes for the going into the fall of the 2026 year.
And guys, when we pick these, okay, when we pick these,
Hold it up a little. There you go.
when we pick these, we just don't take it lightly. We
talk about it.
We talk about it. We look, we want these student athletes to get put out there. We want them to get known. We like to show off our student athletes. And one thing that I will tell you, we don't take it lightly picking them. Okay, we look at the games, we look at the stats, and we just don't look at the stats. We look at leadership. We look at things that are outside the box. You might, one week we had somebody. I had a friend of mine that his son plays, and he said, "Why'd you pick him for Athlete of the Week? He only went 1 for 4. This other kid went 3 for 4." And I was like, yeah, but that 1 for 4 included a game changing moment, and that's things we look for. Hey, you might go 1 for 4 in the game, but in the 6th inning when it was tied 3-3, and in the bottom of the 6th, and you ripped a double that scored the eventual game winning run. Little things like that we're looking. We look at, and so we take it very serious. We don't just throw these things out there. But congratulations, and by the way, Tigerettes, cheerleaders, gymnasts, anybody that does things like that are definitely athletes.
They're definitely
okay. I can't do what they do.
No. If you've ever gone and watched a dance competition,
absolutely, yeah,
you'll understand that there's athleticism involved. Cheerleading competition, there's athleticism involved. There's no question. So when I almost said we expand our definition of athletes, but we don't. They've always been
athletes. To us. I don't know about everybody else, but to us,
and it should be to everybody. There's no question. I don't think that we should get any criticism for calling these people, these young students athletes.
What you don't, but see, that's the thing. A lot of people see like, oh, it's Friday night. Here's Tigerettes, and they practice that routine. Guys, I know several Tigerettes. Okay, they don't. You gotta understand. They do all the Tigerette stuff, and then when they get done with Tigerette stuff, they go to other dance studios and do other dance things to keep up with the moves and the things like that they have to do. They practice there, so it's not just you see them on Friday night in the stands doing the thing and doing the Eye of the Tiger dance, and then their halftime dance. That's not. I'm telling you, if you don't understand, if you've never watched it, and you don't know what they do. Them girls work hard,
and they should and they should be appreciated top to bottom. They should be appreciated by the athletic department.
Absolutely,
they should be appreciated as athletes because that's what they are. And we're not trying to call anybody out, but they should. And we're not trying to say they're more important than anybody or they're on par with anybody. We understand you've got your major sports and you got your peripherals, but listen, they're there and they're putting in the work. Like Justin said, cheerleading competition. Have you ever been to a cheerleading competition?
You ever seen Bring It On? Bro.
Well, if you've ever seen one live.
Yeah, I have.
Bring It On is a caricature of what it actually is because it takes a lot of work. And most of these girls, like Justin said about the dancers, are in all-star cheer as well. Mm-hmm. And so they cheer for your school, and then they go and they do some kind of all-star cheer to supplement what they do in school. So they're athletes too, and they deserve to be recognized as such.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to do here.
Heck
that's what
yeah.
we're going to continue to do. So we can close it out with, and we planned on this being kind of short.
Yeah, it's breakfast. This is a breakfast show.
We ain't not quite ready to close out. We got a little bit of national go through.
Yeah.
We weren't able to talk about Michigan winning the Natty in basketball.
That's true.
Beating UConn. I feel like everybody knew when they got down to probably the Elite Eight that it was going to be Michigan.
After their Final Four game, hold on, I had it on my. Let me pull it up. Michigan Final Four opponent. Yeah, after they let's see, yeah, after they beat Tennessee was it Tennessee in the Final Four? Yeah, they beat them by 33 points in the game where it's supposed to be the national semifinal. Like the 4 best teams in the nation, and they just beat the brakes off of them, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Whoa!" What surprised me, and hats off to Michigan, great season. After that, I was like, "There's nobody going to beat them." Arizona kind of kept it close, but it wasn't. Michigan was a better team, and you could tell from tip. What surprised me was in the women's bracket, UCLA beat South Carolina. South Carolina just ran through everybody the entire tournament, and I was like, wow. I expected, I'm gonna wake up and see South Carolina and Dawn Staley hold another national championship plaque, and no, it was UCLA winning their first one ever. So congratulations, girls. I couldn't. That was super surprising to me
that they won their.
That they beat South Carolina. South Carolina was just.
Oh, I thought it was surprising to me that was their first.
Yeah, no
national title.
I didn't.
Historically, UCLA has had a very good men's program.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And I figured that their women's program was on par or right there too. But
right, that's what I was trying to and it might have just been that their side of the, South Carolina's side of the bracket was, I don't want to say weaker, but I'm going to because I want to, weaker than UCLA's. But UCLA had some really tight games in there, and I was like, man, they're. And then when it came to the national championship game, it was Dawn Staley's South Carolina and UCLA. I'm like, oh well. When I wake up in the morning, I'll post back. I'm way to go South Carolina on another national championship. And I woke up and I was like, what in the hell? And I couldn't believe it. I was just like, I did not see that coming, and it wasn't close.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened? They just must have. They just sometimes you're off, I guess. But
before that. Don Staley and Gino.
Oh yeah, they had some beef.
They had some beef.
Ariema,
yeah. Which they normally are respectful to each other, but Gino got kind of crazy.
Well, I think he felt that in that game. Like I said, in that game, USC walked all over him.
Yeah,
and I think that he felt a little disrespected. Because she kept her starters in way longer than she needed to.
Yeah.
And I think he felt a little slighted, and that's understandable as a coach.
Which, if you've ever listened to an interview with Dawn Staley, you understand she's a hard ass. She's not. Yeah, she's from a different era of player than they have now. And
she's one of them. She's one of them ones. She'll stab you and say you fell in the kitchen. She's
a real one. She was back in the era when women basketball players had to play hard because they and not that they don't now.
No.
But now you're getting into an era where WNBA players are a little bit more coddled.
Well,
and so on goes. That trickles down into the college game and everything. But Don's a real one. Kim Mulkey's a real one. Where, there's a lot of those women coach. Who was the one that got in the grill of her player? It was a great speech because you could read her lips, and she was like, this is your moment. I need you to understand that this is your moment, and things like that. It was a really good speech because you could read everything that she was saying, and people had that video out there.
Oh, yeah.
I think we even posted it.
We did. We had it on.
Facebook. And it was a coach being a coach to a player and being a hard coach, but the player understood, and that's something that gets lost a little bit too. If you can be a hard coach, and you can be a coach that tells their players when they're messing up and still have the respect of your players. You don't have to talk down to them. You don't have to be ugly. You don't have to make them feel like they're less.
I had a moment like that one year, and again, guys, we take sports around here serious. But my oldest boy, it was years ago. He's playing flag football for Lone Star, and the team he played on wasn't the best. And he played defense and offense. And he played everything, and we were losing. It was against another Silsbee team, and we were losing. Like, it was the fourth quarter, and they were up 3 touchdowns, and we're like, okay, well, and it was like 2 minutes left, and you could have just knelt. The game was over. You could have just had them take a knee. It was a running clock, so you could have had them take a knee, and then wait 45 seconds, and then take a knee, and wait 45 seconds, take a knee, and the game's over. Game done, no big deal. They rolled out, and I was one of the coaches, and they rolled out and threw a halfback pass and scored again. And so I very calmly walked out and spoke to the coach and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "You trying to embarrass my kids?" And he said, "No, we're just getting some, we figure we get some work in." I was like, "You work on that at practice." I said, "This is a game. These kids are already upset about losing this bad." I said, "You want to roll out and do this? What kind of person are you?" And I just remember being real upset about that. But I was very calm. And I walked back, and the other coach that coached with me said, "I thought you was going to hit that dude." And I was like, "No, but I mean, there was no sense in that,
Right,
and it's just, it's not a rule, guys. It's not a rule that you can't run up the score, but it's an unwritten rule.
Yeah, it's unwritten.
It's unsportsmanlike, and just you got the game won. And honestly, you could have knelt the ball down and told the ref, "Hey, we're going to kneel it down 3 times," and they would have just said, "All right, let's line them up."
But then there's a balance too, because I remember one time in the Les Miles years at LSU, they were winning decidedly, and they got the ball back on offense, and he just kneeled down 4 downs.
Yeah.
And it's and the other coach got mad about that. Well, hey, we're still competing. There's a balance there, but you definitely can't run up the score. You shouldn't run up the score.
And you know what? I get this when you're getting paid or you got NIL deals or whatever, but these kids playing flag football, man.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, there's no reason to do that. There's no reason to embarrass them more and things.
Oh man, immense brownstone. He has immense brownstones to get on there and spam us in the middle of our show.
Mr. Brownstone? We've been dancing with Mr. Brownstone?
Yeah. He won't leave us alone.
Won't leave us alone. He won't leave us alone. That's not a very good Axl Rose.
I can do a better one. I'm just, it's not me. I can do a better Bane as well.
You do a good Bane.
I do. It's kind of like the end's always. You ever notice the end always sounds like Sean Connery though? He's like, yeah. "I was born in the darkness." It's anyway. Anyway, sorry.
Joe Espada got fired.
I saw that
by the Houston Astros.
Thoughts? I think it's a little too early.
You're early, but I almost feel like it was kind of like management said, "Okay, we're going to keep them on a short lease. This is what we're going to do. If we see this at this point, we're going to make a decision at this point in the season. If it's under what we feel like it should be, we're gonna move on."
Yeah, but
I don't know if he was ever the right choice to take over as manager anyway.
Man, I don't think I didn't even know who he was.
But an early season rehire replacement is going to be weird too.
Yeah,
I don't know who the bench coach is. I don't know if they just let the bench coach manage for a little while. But I think that Joe Espada was a bench coach.
He was.
That got
Omar Lopez is the bench coach. I don't know much about him either.
I don't know either.
See if I can find something out real quick.
But I don't think that they're going to promote from within. I think they're going to go out and look for a better hire. The Astros window is closing with the players that they have to win another World Series. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. And
they're going to have to get somebody in there who can manage games. I think Joe Espada has already been tossed twice this year, which isn't probably a record or anything. I'm sure that Sparky Anderson got tossed 3 or 4 times in the early season, before.
Wait, hang on. Hold on. He might not have gotten fired, Josh.
I was reading that reports are that he was getting fired today.
Okay. As of this moment, he's not been officially fired yet. But I'm reading reports that he has. That he might.
It's looking like he's going to get fired. So he hadn't been fired. But
hadn't been officially fired. But
Earl Weaver probably got tossed 4 times in the first week of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Y'all ever want to go down a fun rabbit hole? Go back and look at baseball managers getting tossed out of games and their arguments with umpires and stuff. That is so fun. Earl Weaver was a good one. Sparky Anderson, Lou Piniella, who coached up. Lou Piniella coached up to the 2010s.
Yeah. Bobby Cox too. Bobby Cox. I think he holds the record for most.
Bobby Cox used to get tossed all the time.
Every other game, he was getting tossed.
But
at some point, it's just a thing they do.
There was one the other night with a balk call.
Oh yeah, did you see that
one?
I didn't see the balk. I didn't see a balk either. I watched it in slow mo several times.
I thought that was a really good manager taking up for his pitcher.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I watched it a bunch, and I just did not.
But then you've got umpires, and umpires kind of take it upon themselves to be kind of experts of the game, and he might have gone out to the mound and said, "Hey, watch this little tick you're doing right here. I'll call it a balk." And he kept doing it, and he had to live up to his word. Sometimes they do that.
I guess so.
I remember one time I was in Little League. I was in Senior League, Little League. I might have been 14. I was pitching, and I didn't know this at the time, but I know it now, and I've seen it a bunch of times since then. But this was totally new to me, and I was pitching from the stretch, and I set up, and I leaned in, looked for the sign, stood up, and when I stood up, I dropped the ball.
That's balk.
It's a balk. If
Yep.
you drop the ball on the mound, it's a balk. And I was like, wait, it walked a run in, and we were playing some team in Vider, and we were just getting killed. They were just pounding me, and I guess Vider Little League team, and that was I was like, okay, well now I know.
Now you know.
Don't drop the ball. It's a ball. I wonder how many kids get away with that, in the lower levels of Little League, because the umpires are just dads and people who other coaches and stuff like that. Don't really know the all the rules. You can know most of the rules. You can't know all the rules.
Yeah, there was some. I'll tell you off the air. There was some heated discussion on the Little League coach chat last night about something. I'll tell you about it. It was funny, yeah. I've balked before, and it was how sometimes you do a pickoff move to second. Well, we had one planned, and we've been working on it, and you can lift your leg and twist, and I did, but my foot got caught on the rubber, and I kind of fell over, and they called it a balk because I didn't throw the ball. I didn't
see. I was always so scared of balking going on a pickoff to second that I always just stepped off the rubber.
Yeah,
and I was never confident with going to second. I just wanted to keep a runner close.
Yeah.
But I would always step back off the rubber and turn around.
Yeah. That's one of those things, man. It was one of those plays where we got the second baseman over there holding him on, clapping, and he goes back, and when I come set, he comes back, and that guy gets another step, and the shortstop comes around, and we did a pickoff move, and I fell. I face planted and dropped the ball, and it was a balk. And I remember my coach was like, dude, that's the best balk I've ever seen. I was like, well, it happens. But anyway.
Let's close it out with some late BS, some NBS. Yeah. What do you listen to?
Man, actually, I hadn't been listening to many podcasts lately. I've been just listening to random music. and I let when we're driving with the kids, we let the kids pick a song because Evie sings, and so she likes to sing, and we let her sing in the car and stuff. But I turned on. I listened to a couple of Joe Rogans the other day, and one of them had former Governor Rick Perry, and another guy on there about the Ibogaine initiative for soldiers from PTSD and stuff like that. And that was a really cool, interesting, and very interesting podcast. And right now I started the one I had Arsenio Hall on, and I like to listen to those guys from back in the day, and listen to, what they went through and different stories about different, like he has stories about Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy, and I like to listen to that stuff. But
well, you have to go back and listen to that, because nowadays those stories are told. If you have anybody in entertainment that grew up in a world after social media,
yeah,
their stories are out there immediately, just like we talk about everything is out there immediately. But Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy, those stories, the people that they told the stories to know. But, and so there's stories out there in the world that need to be told that are funny stories, that are good stories, and Joe Rogan kind of facilitates that.
He does. And, he made a point to say, Arsenio Hall changed the game of late night.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody else, it was always, you had a desk and a chair and chairs here. He had a couch and there was no desk. They were just laid back, kind of chilling and just talking. And it was a whole thing. And he'll tell you, he said, when we had that idea, when it came up in pre-production, everybody was like, it's never going to work. There's no structure. There's no that. And he's like, well, maybe that's what we need, is a little less structure. And it worked, and it did work very well. Yeah. But anyway, that's that. What about you?
I had been listening. I've gone back. One of my daughters had started listening to Rolling Stones and asked me to suggest some songs. And of course, I'm a big Rolling Stones fan.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you always have the
Rolling Stones greater than Beatles.
Yeah, they're greater. They're greater than Beatles. You always have the easy stuff, Gimme Shelter, Sympathy for the Devil.
Sympathy for the Devil is my favorite Rolling Stones song.
But, I go as far as, and a lot of my deep cut stuff from the Stones comes from Martin Scorsese movies.
Yes.
Like Monkey Man, like on Goodfellas. And Martin Scorsese is a big Rolling Stones fan, obviously. I sent her that, and then I sent her a list of movies. I sent her... I felt like she was bored, all right? So, and speaking of this, and we'll just roll right into what are you watching. So I sent her a list of movies, and I'll tell you.
Let me interject. The music on Landman is great.
Yes.
The songs they play, that, and you're going to like the music if you ever get to watch the Peaky Blinders, Immortal Man.
Yeah.
You're going to like the music on it, too. It's good, too.
Yeah. And I like a lot. I going back to the Rolling Stones, I like a lot of their early stuff too. Their '60s stuff, the kind of the it's almost kind of rockabilly stuff sometimes. The way they set their music up and they did their arrangements.
Like Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Yeah, Jumpin' Jack Flash, and This Will Be the Last Time, and Under My Thumb and stuff like that. I
bet you like Beast of Burden, huh?
I do not like Beast of Burden. Now, I don't like Beast of Burden. That's like my least favorite.
We were riding in the when I worked for the lumberyard, we do deliveries, and we had a big delivery, and so I was driving. And there's a guy sitting in the middle, and then a guy sitting older guy sitting by the passenger's window, and the passenger seat, I guess. And it's just a single cab truck, and we're driving, and that song comes on the radio, and I'm sitting there, it starts going, and he turns it off, and he looks at me and says, "We can't listen to this song with three dudes in the truck." It's like, no, we can't.
But yeah, so I feel like she was bored, so I sent her some movies. I was like, these are some long movies you can get into, to watch, and you should watch them. This is a list of movies that everybody should watch in their lifetime. The short list, but Goodfellas, The Departed, Casino, Godfather 1 and 2. Heat, Donnie Brasco, Blow, Shutter Island, Copland, The Irishman.
Copland's so good.
It's so good. Wolf of Wall Street, Legends of the Fall, River Runs Through It, There Will Be Blood, No Country for Old Men.
And put on, if she wants a series to watch, she needs to binge Peaky Blinders, man.
Yeah. Tell her that. And then last night I was in the living room and I was watching something. I was just trying. My wife was watching a show in the bedroom, and I'd seen the previews for the show. It's called The Madison.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's the new what you call it?
Taylor Sheridan show.
Yeah, Taylor Sheridan. And so it's got Michelle Pfeiffer and it's got Kurt Russell in it. What I did not realize is that Kurt Russell's character is all his character parts are memories because he's dead.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Thanks. Do you know he's dead from the get go, or is you figured out?
I think you know he's dead from the get go. So I'm sitting there kind of listening to it in the peripheral, and I'm like, hey, that sounds like it's good.
Yeah.
So I go in there and I peek in on it, and she hates when I do that. And then I start because she hates when I ask questions. Hey, what's going on here? Watch the show if you want to watch it. Yeah. But anyway, it sounded like it was real good. I may get into that. Taylor Sheridan just can't miss, man. He cannot miss. And I think it's set up in Idaho or Montana or something like that, and it made me start thinking about Legends of the Fall, which is a great movie.
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
If you can get through it. River Runs Through is a good movie, too.
Yeah.
Legends of the Fall probably better. Kind of similar movies.
Yeah.
In fact, I think they both have Brad Pitt in them.
Yeah. Pre-snatch Brad Pitt.
Yeah, pre-snatch. I don't like the way that sounds.
It does sound good. That's a great friggin' movie, dude. Like
Snatch is a good movie.
I remember I was dating a girl when that movie came out, and she said, "Hey, there's a new Brad Pitt movie playing." I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah, he's like a fighter," and I'm like, "Oh, let's go watch it." Not at all. I was like,
no, because it was a who was that guy, the director that Madonna was married to?
Oh, freaking God dang it, we're getting old, man.
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah,
it's a Guy Ritchie. So Guy
Dude.
Ritchie is for one. If you're gonna watch a Guy Ritchie movie, you better be ready for violence.
Yeah,
and just kind of fast paced, kind of like dialogue.
Yeah, and the way he did that freaking pikey accent, like I was like, this dude is gonna win an Oscar one day. Like he is really good. And just listening to him, like this. I was like, I thought he was just a pretty boy, but he can go, you know. And like my favorite part is when he comes, he's like, what the hell? I want a caravan with no wheels on it for? You know, it's
Periwinkle Blue.
Periwinkle Blue. Yeah, he wants a caravan for his ma.
Speaking of him, I seen a clip from Meet Joe Black the other day. When the Jamaican lady.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so and so looking back now, like he's standing there, and the Jamaican lady calls him something that means, you know, like harbinger of death or whatever, some kind of demon.
Yeah.
And so when he starts talking,
yeah.
When he starts talking to her, he starts talking to her in like this Jamaican dialect. And you know, I was like, I hadn't seen this movie in a long time, but is that racist?
I don't know.
And then the granddaughter, whoever she is that's pushing wheelchairs, like looking at him, and I'm like, I'm thinking, is she thinking that?
She's thinking it's like who is you? Like,
it seems kind of racist.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, but that's another good movie that he's in that doesn't get a.
No, it doesn't get. He's been in such
dude.
a bunch
He's
of good movies.
He's in good movies now. Like
he was. I mean, I know Leo DiCaprio was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but he's the dude.
Oh, he's the dude in that movie.
He's the dude in that movie, man.
The thing that what's another damn it, what's that other one? In Inglourious Bastards.
Yes.
He's so good in that movie.
Oh yeah, he's so good. Yeah. I don't know how he hadn't won more. Does he have an Oscar?
I don't know.
It's worth a Google.
John, has he won an Oscar?
John's asleep back there or something.
That part where he's at the end, where he's like, "You'll hang for this." He's like, "No, I get chewed out. I haven't chewed out before." I say that all the time.
So
at work.
we're asking how many Brad Pitt's won?
Yeah, Oscar.
He has won. He won his first Oscar as a producer for Best Picture for 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
His second Oscar was for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But he won for Best Supporting Actor. But he was the dude.
He was the dude. He made that movie.
He made that movie. And
But,
y'all need, if y'all hadn't seen it, you
dude,
need to watch it.
I'm gonna tell you in Inglourious, I say that all the time at work when I do something, and they're like, "Dude, they're gonna get mad at you." I was like, "There's like, you're gonna get in trouble." I was like, I get chewed out. I've been chewed out before. Yeah. I say that all the time, and nobody gets my references at work. The one guy that did got a different job.
Love that movie, man. you know, when they're sitting there and Donnie's in the Donnie got a German here wants to die for country. Oblige him.
Oblige him. he's like you might know him, the bear. You.
So
Like,
direct descendant of Mountain Man Jim Bridger.
Yeah, that's such a good movie.
It's
man.
a good movie. He's good.
Anyway.
He's so good in that movie. So we'll close it out.
Yeah, I think so, man. It was a good show. Little quick show.
Short, yeah.
Short, but
We got to the point.
But hey, guys, if you like what we do here and you support us, like, share, follow, reach out if you want to sponsor. Thanks to our sponsor, Martin Transport. As always, Martin Transport. If you're transporting anything, get with Martin. Acid, caustic, sulfur, molten sulfur is what we get from them. But give them a shout. And Martin Transport.
Also, they still are hiring for drivers and mechanics.
They're hiring for folks.
Yeah. If you need a job,
If you need a JOB,
go get a job.
If you need a JOB, let me know, and I'll get with Jacoby. We'll figure out how to get you there.
There's only so many slots for chicken nugget scientists.
Yeah.
There's only so many.
And I've already covered that.
John's already.
I'm on that.
Look, I'm just telling you. Every time you say chicken nugget scientist, I think about Halfbaker, who's like, "Thanks, scientist. You got any you got any papers?" Anyway, all right, guys, we're gonna sign off. Thanks for watching.
Hey, listen, before we get out of here, y'all
There's
be
still
looking,
a few of them left out
still
there.
a few of the current issue. Be looking for the new issue coming out on Monday with all brand new stuff.
And in here, in this one, we know the difference between a joke and a real story. So be sure to check us out.
We're not going to post any AI pictures as facts.
Yeah.
If we can help it.
Anyway, thanks guys for watching. We appreciate it, and we will see y'all. We'll see y'all next week. And until then, the ruling on the field
Stands.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.